They say the magic of a place comes from its ability to bypass the mind and just enter the consciousness, to seduce you. And this place is so seductive and sensual. Even its city names, Fez, Casablanca, Marrakech, conjure up images of the exotic. And I want some of that, which is why I've come to Morocco. The Kingdom of Morocco, which is a treasure. Despite the lure and romance of the Bogart Bergman classic, I decide to skip Casablanca and begin my adventure and my first exposure to Africa in Marrakech. Located at the foot of the snow-capped high Atlas Mountains, Marrakech is known as the Red City. That's because, by law, all buildings are supposed to be the same color as the city's ramparts. I guess the overall effect is red-ish. Anyway, where is everybody? You know, I bet they're down at the Jama El Fna.
Now, normally, when a travel show gets to a soup like this, you just cut to the montage. Absolutely will not work here. The Jama El Fna is extraordinary. If anything captures the heart and soul of this place, I mean, when you use the word exotic, we toss it around in our world a lot. This is truly exotic and so diverse and so truly amazing that you have to come with me. We're going to have a much closer look. Oh my God, there's a man with a snake. Ah! No, it's okay. I hate snakes. I'm really afraid of snakes. Have I told you that I hate snakes? Okay. What kind of snake is it? Is it a dead snake? Okay, so it's not dead. Okay, so how come this is fun? How come? You are so sick. No.
Kiss, one kiss.
No, I don't. I never kiss a snake. I actually didn't even say a word. Before I know it, I got some flour on my hand. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's lovely. Very tasteful, don't you think? Merci beaucoup. Remember the President's Choice couscous box and how fabulous that looks? Look at this. Isn't she gorgeous? It's great, the eyes. Hi, boys. It's like Cirque du Soleil. It's good. You guys are strong. Okay, so when you've had too much mint tea or all these candies or whatever, at the market, you know, you come to see the dentist. This is, oh my God. This is feeling a little... Oh, I'd be so happy to come here. Thank you. Thank you. I think you pulled out even one too many of your own. Can you imagine? These are all the teeth he's pulled out. Can I get my fortune? What does that mean? She gets it from my heart. Okay. Go ahead.
Give her your hand.
Okay.
This is your heart.
Okay.
This is what you are thinking about.
Okay.
This is your future.
Oh, okay. My future's there? Holy cook. Okay.
You will have plenty of money in the future.
Oh, great. In the future, I will have plenty of money?
Yeah. You will be happy in your life.
I'm going to be rich and happy. So,
Your card doesn't say something bad. Everything is good.
what a surprise.
She say you have good heart.
Aww.
Yeah. You are a nice person. Always money. Money.
Well, how about a Gemini Award for a TV program?
Yeah. Lots of money and happiness. But she never did give me a straight answer about the Gemini. I wonder, does she do spells?
Well, not only is the Jama a complete three-ring circus of dentists and snakes and everything going on during the day, but as it gets night, and basically all night long, it's this giant food court, and you can get anything you want. Oh my, this is something I'm interested in. This is Omar's Head Shop. Omar's large head and tête petite. They're not kidding.
Viewer discretion advised. These are actual, albeit dead, sheep heads.
Hey, I found some new friends. Come on. Why is everybody always putting hats on my head?
Don't be alarmed. I'm not quitting my day job.
What is this place? It's so crazy. Does it make it more sanitary if I've got this hat on?
Yes.
Is this good? What's that? That looks good too.
Spinach.
Spinach I like. May I try some? May I try some spinach?
Yes.
Yeah?
No meat.
No, I'd just love to try some spinach maybe and some couscous. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Well, this all looks too good. This tagine looks fabulous and the spinach. Anyway, I'm going to have a meal. And we'll be back.
By the way, when traveling in Morocco, it is a really good idea to hire a guide, especially if you're in the market to buy a camel. Hamid here is the best in Marrakech. This is fabulous, Hamid.
This is nice camel.
Look at the baby.
Yeah.
Hello.
So this is the owner.
This is the owner, and
Yes.
you get camel rides here.
Yes, camel ride, yes. And at the same time, he makes baby and then they sell it after.
How much does the baby cost?
It costs around $1,500
Really?
to buy a nice baby.
But good mileage.
Good mileage, yeah, sure.
And how much does it cost to go for a camel ride?
Just a ride, a quick ride, it costs around 100 dirhams. Go ahead.
Is this tricky? Is it dangerous? Is it
No,
okay?
no, it's not.
No,
It's not.
it's okay?
Not so.
It's okay?
Not, yeah.
Maybe I'll just call you Humphrey for no good reason. This is very cool. Not quite as much waddle as an elephant. Yeah, right now I'm enthralled. I think maybe I'll trade in my Audi. I like this guy. Isn't this gorgeous? I feel like Maria Muldaur, only it's midday at the Oasis. This is so beautiful. Now, the legend is that 11th century Almovad soldiers returning from the Sahara were eating dates and dropped the stones around here, from which sprang 150,000 palm trees. This is 1,200 acres and absolutely gorgeous, a national heritage, although obviously, like every piece of paradise on this earth, the celebrities move in, and they have. Alain Delon is here, and Naomi Campbell. Looking at all these palm trees, it's hard to imagine that we are only about 300 kilometers from the Sahara Desert. The fact is even harder to grasp when you're wandering around Marrakech. There are so many roses in Marrakech.
Yeah, there is millions of roses.
Millions, billions.
Billions,
I can't grow any in my backyard. There's not enough sun.
So we send you some sun if you want. No problem.
God, they just smell
Beautiful,
fantastic. So many colors.
This is the landmark of Marrakech. You see it everywhere. It's the tallest building here. In fact, it's the tallest minaret in all of Africa. It was built in 1162. It is a masterpiece of Islamic architecture. And when Edith Wharton was here, she was impressed. She said that the Kutubia would be magnificent anywhere, but in this flat desert, it is grand enough to face the Atlas.
By the way, a word of warning, traffic.
So, I mean, it's not actually as bad as Bangkok or Istanbul or even Toronto for that matter, but it's a little insane is the traffic in Morocco. Rule number one for crossing a street, I think, is to make sure you've got your travel insurance paid up. Pray to whatever God you pray to. Rule number three, watch out for the donkeys.
Perhaps I should quit while I'm ahead. Time to leave town. But what about those donkeys?
Ada, come on. This way. This is the way to Fez. We're actually on the road from Marrakech to Fez. Fez is the donkey capital of the world. This is a great way to travel. Beautiful way to see the scenery in Morocco as we head into the Mid-Atlas Mountains. But no comments about this travel budget, okay? And no comments about my ass.
You know, I've always wanted to do this. Okay, boys, cue the sunset. That's better. Founded in 808 by Moulay Idris II, Fez is Morocco's oldest imperial capital. It's been dubbed the Athens of Africa because of its rich cultural significance. One of the biggest tourist attractions is the Royal Palace, the hangout for King Mohammed VI.
Are made of cedar wood, carved bones, and underneath you have cedar wood.
This is the most famous gate in Fez, the beautiful blue gate. It's blue mosaic on the other side, blue being the color of Fez, known as the Blue City. This side is the beautiful green mosaic, and green is also a very holy and spiritual color, the color of Islam, of life and growth and peace. And it is staggering to be here at this, key entrance to the old city. Maybe you get blasé if you spend a lot of time in these countries, but for someone like me who's new to this, you do look at this mix of antiquity and life as it's been going on for millennia and modernity, and it just blows you away.
Once you enter the Medina through one of the city's babs or gates, it's like stepping into a time warp.
As part of wandering through these markets or whatever is trying to, just imagine what it'd be like to live here. If I were cooking, how would I, oh my God, it's the heads again. Tete, grand tete, small tete. Oh my gosh, when there's like blood. Oh well, everywhere. And the very attractive looking stomachs hang there. I think I'd be a failure as a Moroccan housewife. Oh. This place is unbelievable. It's a shop that's owned by a man named Ahmed Gurnani, who is a master bronze worker. In fact, he helped create those incredible bronze gates in front of the Royal Palace. And this is a tradition that is carried on. And the stuff in here makes your eyes pop out of your head. And it's half price just today for me. Can you imagine? Now this is the best. This is the best store I've seen so far. They sell rose petals, rose hips, and of course, running shoes. Sort of the combination of Foot Locker and Crabtree and Evelyn. There's rose water too. Holy cow. It's carving marble tablets. These are tombstones? Yeah, this is for someone who just died this year. Just custom made in the market. I mean, that is the amazing thing about this Medina, which is you're dodging donkey poop and just sort of getting by all these people looking around. And then, you know, this magnificent piece of art just pops out.
And if you like architecture, there is plenty to see in the Medina, like the Fondouk El Najarine.
Trying to imagine being a trader in the 17th century and coming here. This is where they came for food and lodging. It was built just for that purpose. The carving on the plaster and the wood is staggering. It was declared a historic monument back in 1916. It's a World Heritage Site, and this was all completely restored in 1998. It's flawless and it's staggering. This is one of the wonders of Moorish architecture. It's eye-popping. It's not a palace, it's a madrasa, which is basically a medieval Muslim school. And since the 14th century, students came here to study religion, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. And they continued to study here until the 1920s. One of the most famous places in all of the Medina in Fez is the Tanneries. Whoa! Okay. No. Donkey coming through. Anyway, I'm going to go and find the tannery, I think, by myself. It may be foolish. Don't try this at home. But what the hell, and watch out for the donkeys. No, I don't think so. Horse going through. I think it was a donkey. Is that a horse? No, I'm not lost. Bonjour, savez-vous où est le tanneur?
Par ici.
Merci beaucoup.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Okay, so I may be a little lost, but I know where I am. I'm somewhere in here, and by the time you get back, I will have found the tannery. Or not.
Really close to here. It's supposed to be unmarked or something. Terrasse de Tanneur. We found it!
No, you are not looking at Cher's makeup table. These are the world-famous tannery dyeing vats of Fez. And if you've ever bought a piece of Moroccan leather, the chances are it came from here. Men have been toiling here, all in the name of fashion, since the 11th century. And if you think this looks like the worst job ever at $20 US a day, wait till you hear what's in the vats.
So Idris here
Yes.
owns this fabulous shop.
Welcome.
And he's the winner of the Fez Richard Pryor
Yes,
lookalike
looks
contest.
like Richard
Congratulations
Pryor.
on
yes,
that.
Please. Welcome.
Nice shop.
Welcome.
So what's in those white limestone vats?
Limestone is white chalk. Limestone like acid.
Yeah.
And pigeon experiment.
Pigeon droppings.
Pigeon dropping.
Pigeon droppings works
Pigeon dropping
to
is
take the hair off leather?
Ammoniac natural.
So how long does the skin sit in pigeon droppings?
It's in 1 week in pigeon dropping.
1 week.
1
and
week.
Do the men have to keep stepping in it?
Legs and his hands. Then you put them in machine, wash them.
Yep.
And after wash is coloration. When a red comes from poppy flowers. A brown from cedar wood. A blue from indigo.
Well, this is...
If you want to change your color, I will jump you down here for free.
What color do you think I'd look good?
I like for you.
A little browner, do you think? A
I
little
like
cedar?
Little brown.
Okay.
Brown is good color.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, if there was ever a segue to do some shopping,
This is not originals.
Okay. But what
This is the
if I
best
buy a couple? Like what if I buy all of these? Is it still 55?
Three.
So 50.
350.
3 for 50 each.
No. 350, we make you 150.
Yeah.
About 1,500.
Yeah.
For 3. This is good price.
Okay.
Sure.
I bet. I'm no good at this bargaining. I lose at it.
It's good price.
Thank you.
Welcome.
By the way, consider yourself lucky that television does not convey smells. The stench here is quite obnoxious. That's why they're sticking mint up their noses. This is the tomb of the founder of Fez. It was built in the 9th century, and it is a very holy place. Only Muslims are allowed inside here. In fact, it's so holy that if you're being chased by the law, you can seek sanctuary in here. The police can't touch you. And speaking of touch, look at these doors and how worn down they are. This is from people coming here and literally rubbing and caressing and kissing them. On the outer wall of the Zawiya of Mullah Idris II, you may find the answer to all your prayers. This is the tomb's wishing wall. You touch with your right hand, it's worn down. This is for non-Muslims and Muslim women who are menstruating and aren't allowed inside. True believers who know that this was such a holy man buried inside that if you make a wish here, that it will surely come true. Only time will tell if my wish comes true.
I've run out of adjectives for Morocco. Beautiful, stunning, amazing, surprising, unbelievable, infuriating, disgusting, chaotic, serene, wonderful, perfect. Flaubert described the experience as being hurled into the middle of a Beethoven symphony with the brasses at their most ear-splitting, with minarets and white storks and donkeys and peddlers and camel bells and a chaos of colors. And the more you concentrate on it, the less you grasp the whole. Well, my henna will fade very soon, but my memories of Morocco won't. I've never seen anything like this place.
Oh, good morning.
God. Oh,
What have you got in there?
I call her Moby Dick.
Yeah,
I guess you're glad to
that.
see me again.
Oh, again, yes. Well, I'll call the guys downstairs and let them know that you're here for sure.
I always sort of feel sorry for the baggage guys.
Yeah, well, they feel sorry for themselves too. Most of them book off sick when they know that you're coming.
I need so many clothes when I'm
You can't buy it there?
Well, there is that too, you know.
Gee whiz, all those great places you go to.
I know. Well, anyway, that's the sucker here. I got a little one here too.
Oh, okay.
Hang
I
on.
like the little one.
Yeah, here's the little one.